What is going on, guys? I am back with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. We are here with the left tackle rankings. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. Would greatly appreciate it. On the road to 100 subscribers, as well as you guys can turn on the post notifications so you guys know when we post. But yeah, we got 32 left tackles. There's going to be Eric Fisher left off because he's not supposed to start for a while because of his Achilles injury. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Let's go ahead and get into these rankings. Should be a good one. Let me know what you guys think about them down in the comments as well. If you guys have any questions or what you guys would change, let's get it. All right, starting off, we have Chum. Oh my, I'm gonna butcher. I suck with names. Chamuna. Yo, Chamwuma Aka. Okafor. I'm sorry, Chum. I'm sorry. But yeah, the starting left tackle for the Steelers. Now this line is going to be just horrendous all around. They got rid of Marquise Pouncey, David DeCastro, Alejandro Villanueva, even though he really wasn't that great. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. I mean, he's not going to be anything amazing in my opinion. Austin Jackson at 31, 18th overall pick last year. Not really, he was really bad in pass pro. He was decent run blocker, but I mean, other than that, he was just pitiful. Cam Irving for the Panthers. He's going to be doing, oh god, who they have? Russell Okung there, I believe. He should be a pretty, you know, he's going to be average to below average, nothing more, nothing less. I mean, he was okay last year for the Cowboys when he had to come in for Tyron Smith, I believe. But yeah, other than that, he wasn't anything special. At 29, Sam Tavai. This is going to be the backup for the Colts to start off. They did sign Eric Fisher, but he unfortunately, you know, I believe in the AFC Championship game, I believe he tore it, is the one he tore it, but he tore his Achilles. At 28, Andre Dillard. Now, Andre Dillard, this is kind of a prove it year for him. I personally don't think he has much to offer. That's why he's at 28 and he's behind the rookies that I have on here. I ranked all the rookies pretty low just because, I mean, I do think they're better than them, than these guys, but I just don't, you know, I don't want to rank them too high. At number 27, we have Tevin Jenkins. Very, very good run blocker. It's just if he can really adapt to moving over to left tackle and also be a better pass pro. He kind of struggled with it at, God, why can't I think of colleges right now? But yeah, he really did struggle sometimes in college with it. And he should be a really good left tackle, though. I do think eventually he's going to turn into a very good left tackle. At 26, we have Christian Darrisaw, another O-line pick for the Vikings. This one is probably going to be really good. They traded down and still ended up getting him somehow. I really don't know how they got him. I just don't get it. But yeah, I mean, really, really solid all-around guy. He was projected, honestly, to go like close to the top 10, right outside of it, and he ended up dropping to around, God, when did the Vikings draft? 22, maybe 23. At 25, we have Donovan Smith. He actually probably moved himself up last year. He did not have that horrible of a year. I think he kind of learned, and I think Brady kind of probably helped him more than you think with him not allowing as much pressure. Last year, he probably would have been close to 30, but he had a pretty good year last year. Moving on to the 24 to 17, we start off with Rashawn Slater, the second tackle off the board. He was the most pro-ready tackle, or pretty much lineman, if you say it, in that came out of it. He's very versatile. He can play anywhere, but he's going to play left tackle for the Chargers, and he should be a pretty damn good one. Cam Robinson got franchise tagged this offseason, which I don't really get. I mean, he's he's average. You know, he's not going to give you much, but I mean, I just don't see them. You know, I don't see why they franchise tagged him and they like draft someone in the first round and they they drafted Travis Etienne instead. Jonah Williams, this is a big iffy one. I could see him jumping all the way into top 15 if he can stay healthy and he just obviously gets a little better. He has really struggled with injuries. Of really good prospect coming out of Alabama, and then just slowly started to regress because of injuries. At 21, we have Charles Leno. Charles Leno, when he's not holding, he's a pretty good tackle, but that's one of his biggest problems is the penalties. He is extremely bad with holding, and extremely, I mean, I don't know how many false starts he had last year, but all I know is he's extremely bad when it comes to holding. And yeah, I mean, if he wouldn't hold as much, he would be a lot better. 20, Isaiah Wynn for the Patriots. I mean, he has been really, really good. Not really, really good, but you know what I mean. Good enough. He did struggle with injuries early on in his career, but he's kind of, I believe he stayed healthy last year. 19, we got Kolton Miller. Kolton Miller really has not met his expectations, in my opinion. Coming out of college, he was supposed to be a lot better than he has been. And he just, I don't know, I feel like he could maybe get better, but I just see him kind of floating around this range the rest of his career. At 18, Andrew Thomas. This is another guy I could see having a really, really good year. But I've seen people rank him around like 25, 20, 27 range, which I think he's going to be a lot better than that. And the second half of last year, extremely good run blocker all year. He just struggled with pass pro. And I mean, there's really no one around him to help, but as well, I really do think he's going to step up like he did in the second half of the year last year. He just had a really, really bad first half that everyone kind of looked at. Moving on to the Falcons left tackle, Jake Matthews. He's kind of regressed over the years. He's getting paid a lot of money to be average, in my opinion. So he's at 17. Moving on to 9 to 16, we have Deion Dawkins for the Buffalo Bills. I believe he just signed a big extension last year or this offseason. I can't remember. But just all around really solid tackle. Everyone top 16 is just, you know, they're solid or very, very good. At 15, Mekhi Becton for the Jets. I mean, if he can stay healthy, I can see him moving all the way into the top 10. He looked very good when healthy last year. Extremely good run blocking. At number 14, DJ Humphries, a guy who kind of just came out of nowhere the past couple of years. I just, you know, he got a huge contract. I don't really know if it was worth that much money. He's worth that much money, but we'll see how he performs this year. At 13, the ageless Dwayne Brown. Dude's been playing in the league for too many years, it feels like, and he's kept solid, honestly, throughout the years. He really has never had that really bad year. At 12, Jedrick Wills, another guy I can see jumping up into the top 10. You know, he had a really solid rookie year, didn't do much bad. I believe he struggled with pass pro sometimes. Obviously, he's a pretty decent run blocker. And at 11, we got Andrew Whitworth, another ageless wonder who just doesn't regress. I mean, this dude's been at least a top 15 tackle his whole career. I believe he's 38, 39 now, and he's probably going to retire here soon. But he's still definitely a top 15 tackle. At 10, we have Taylor Decker. He's been hovering around the top 10 range for the last couple of years now. He really hasn't gotten better. He's stayed consistent. At least he hasn't gotten worse. Just been a really solid guy for the Lions, who are continuing to build that O-line, and it's a very good O-line. At number 9, we have Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown, in my opinion, can move all the way up to top 6 after this year, depending on how good he is. We just really haven't seen him at left tackle that much. Obviously, we saw him after Ronnie Stanley got injured last year, and he was very good. So that's kind of why he's already pushed all the way up here. But it can be really difficult at times for guys to completely move over from one side to the other, because it's a lot different just from how your movement is, I guess you could say. But moving on to 5 to 8, we have Taylor Lewan. Taylor Lewan is really regressed over the past 2 years. Was probably a top 5 left tackle pretty easily 2 years ago, but he's struggled a lot with holding calls and just all around injuries, just regression in general. I still think he's top 10, but I think he could have a bounce back year, but he's just really struggled with all those things. At 7, Laramie Tunsil, a guy who needs to live up to his contract. It's not a good situation to be in either way, but obviously a really good prospect coming out of college, and then he got caught with the gas mask thing, and he's been really good his entire career, even though he probably got traded for way too much. He's just going to be solid. He's going to be very good for the Texans, and I don't see much else you can say about him. At 6, we have Tyron Smith, who once again could be top 5 if he could stay healthy, but that's just his huge problem. Really just can never stay healthy. Always has been a very good tackle. It's just all about health now. At 5, Garrett Bowles, a dude that was absolutely horrible. comes out last year and completely destroys. I don't think he allowed a single sack, maybe one. I don't think he barely allowed pressure. He was literally probably the best left tackle last year in all of football. That's why he got, I believe, a huge extension, or he didn't even get an extension. It's either one. I think he either got a huge extension or he did not, and he just balled out last year. Definitely deserving after coming off of just years and years of having horrible seasons. I definitely don't think Denver fans expected that. Moving on to the top four, pretty easy top four. Teron Armstead, I mean, has always been great. Very good on both ends with pass blocking and run blocking. Barely gives up pressure. That's why Drew Brees has probably played as long as he did. 3, Ronnie Stanley, unfortunately got injured, I believe right after he got a huge contract, and he's definitely top 3. I honestly think the top 3 is pretty, the top 2 are interchangeable. You can say Trent Williams is better than David Bakhtiari, but yeah, Trent Williams has just been extremely, like, probably the best left tackle at most times when healthy, but David Bakhtiari, just his health has been very good up until his torn ACL. He really never missed games, and he has just been an absolute stud his entire career. Nothing more to say, really, and that's going to do it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Would greatly appreciate it. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know what you guys think about the list. Let me know what you could change or would change. That's going to be it for me. Peace out.